everybody out there in social media land. For everyone who may or may not be watching, this is Angie, and Tammy may or may not be joining me at some point. She's having to take it easy for a moment, so if she jumps in, then she'll be in at that point. Otherwise, I'm still coming at you live from wherever the cell phones may be, and once again, it's here at home. So, I'm not saying that at some point I won't be sitting by the ocean with only one of the ukuleles or in some miscellaneous location, but for now, I'm still at home. Because, well, that's where it's comfortable, and I can also change my ukulele if I want to, because I ain't fitting to haul around all of them. So, I had a lineup set up for this evening, and then I switched it, and then I switched it again, and now I'm switching it for a third time. Yes, this is an Ibanez Iceman. It's actually electric acoustic. And yes, it is my ukulele, because that's the only kind of strings I play right now. But I'm playing it on acoustic because my amp is in the other room and it's just not copacetic. Hola, hermanita Maritza. Okay, so with my lineup, I'm going to try, keep in mind, my paper with my music on it is that way. So it's not like I'm trying to avoid the camera, but if I put it here, well, then all you guys will see is the back of my notebook. And then what's the point? So, yeah. Just thought I'd throw that in. Okay. So I'm going to play a song called Pass It On. I'm going to try to play it. I'm going to attempt to sing it because it is a little on the high side. And my voice is a little on the not feeling it side today. Don't know what happened. But anyway, so I'll have a go. It only takes a spark to get a fire going, and soon all those around can warm up in its glowing. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, it's fresh like spring. And what do you know, I've already had to mess it up. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you spread His love to everyone. You want to pass it on. What a wondrous time is spring, when all the trees are budding. The birds begin to sing, the flowers start their blooming. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you fresh like spring. You want to sing, you want to pass it on. I wish for you, my friend, this happiness that I found. You can depend on them, it matters not where you're bound. I'll shout it from the mountain top. I want the world to know the goddess of love has come to me. I want to pass it on. I'll shout it from the mountain top. I want the world to know nothing like starting out your first song with an error and having to stop and be embarrassed about it. But, oh, let me tell you guys a little bit about the week. So this is my little notebook where I'm trying to make little notations about the things that I might sing or do. And last week, this little book was purple. Well, now this little book is green. Well, not that side, because that's my cheat sheet side. But I painted the back, both sides, and it has a special cover. This cover, Tammy 3D printed it, and it has our sigil on it, and the things that at this point in our lives we're looking to manifest in our lives. So the sigil is on my notebook, and yeah, so she scrolled it out. And, well, first she measured everything, got the little holes in all the right places, got everything all irregular. I call it, that's my word, that's not a real word. I call it regulating it, or she got it all suited and fixed up. And then she took the little wire out and placed it on and put the little wire back, and voila, I have, my little notebook has changed from purple to green with our sigil. So, yeah, I had my little lineup set up of the few little songs that I was planning to do. But the first song, which was going to be the last song, then it was moved to the opening song, and now it's moved back to the last song in case Tammy decides to come and join me if she's feeling a little better. She had to take a nap. She was really just kind of wiped out. So anyway, so the song that I started with was really my number 4 song. And I guess I'm just going to say, So my second song was going to be what I call my bring back song. So last week I introduced the concept that if anybody starting on the post after this video, after this, whenever I post a birthday lineup or a birthday note where you can sing, "Hi Lisa, I see you. Hi Chris, oh my goodness, it's high school." So anyway, last week I proposed that if anybody has a birthday or any of their loved ones and they want a shout out for a happy birthday, that that all the names that were signed to that particular post, we would give a shout out to that person or those people, and whether they're living for a happy birthday or they've passed on for a heavenly birthday, we would sing happy birthday / heavenly birthday to those names. Well, that was my proposal for last week, and this week I was thinking I'm having a little bit of a difficult time in deciding my lineup. So what I was going to do is now I've got what I'm going to call a bring back song. So there's a happy birthday section and or heavenly birthday. And my cousin Caroline, or Carolyn, I'm not sure which way you pronounce it. My cousin Carolyn, there were some birthdays with you guys, right? Like Karen, Maddie, you. I remember seeing birthdays somewhere in your family recently. And when I get to the birthday segment, I'll be more than happy to give you guys a shout out because, well, nobody else signed up for a birthday shout out. And if I don't forget, at this point, I'm like scatterbrained. So I'm going to do the Bring Back song, which will be a song that I did last week. And right now it's going to be a song of my choosing, unless I have anyone to request any of the songs that I've previously recorded, or not recorded, but sang on my live. And but anyway, while I'm sitting here chit-chatting and burning up time, I'm also going to look for the next song. And I would say I don't remember where it is, but then I just found it. Okay, so this one is called It's Bound to Be the Lord. In all this world so big and wide, no mortal that I know is strong enough to halt the tide or make a flower grow. But someone made the mountains tall and all the oceans poured. Who is the master of it all? It's bound to be the Lord. It takes somebody strong and tall to hang the stars so high, or paint the morning sky, or make a sparrow fly. There is an answer to it all, and if you've never heard, don't ever doubt my word. It's bound to be the Lord. When Mother Nature is aflame with flaming ball review, I know a master made the frame and mixed the colors too. So when there's beauty, here I stand, or here's a magic chord. I know it's not of mortal man, it's bound to be the Lord. It takes somebody strong and tall to hang the stars so high, or paint the morning sky, or make a sparrow fly. There is an answer to it all, and if you've never heard, don't ever doubt my word. It's bound to be the Lord. I know exactly who it is that spreads the morning dew, and drapes the world with loveliness, and tints the sky so blue. And if you doubt that I am right, just read God's holy word. The answer's there in black and white. It's bound to be the Lord. It takes somebody strong and tall to hang the stars so high, or paint the morning sky, or make seems a little odd being here without my partner. So, she has arisen. And now we can adjust.
Hello, guys.
This. Okay, so now with my early spiel, when I said this is Angie and that Tammy may or may not join.
I'm here.
Well, here she is.
I'm sorry I'm late, y'all.
I told him that you needed a wee little nap. I just didn't know it would be such a wee little nap.
It's a wee nap.
But that's all right because I'm proud to have her here. And after that, I was mentioning the week, and I told everyone that one of the things that happened this week is that you printed this cover for me. You 3D printed it with our sigil, and I mentioned that. And
I was gonna bring...
the next thing I was going to talk about was I was going to mention what an eventful day we had.
Oh, yes, we did have an eventful... That's probably why I wasn't quite ready for the show, because it was... I had to cut or recover from it for a second there.
Okay. So, when we got out earlier, our intention was to go grab something to eat, and then we were going to go shopping, and then we were going to come home and prepare for visiting with her sisters, and then starting our recording. And while things took a bit of a turn on us, we sat through the line at Taco Bell, because hey, tacos are amazing. And as soon as we left the window and got right at the street, we hear a crash.
We did.
And we looked to the left, which was the way in which we were about to head home.
Yeah.
And there had been quite an accident.
Yeah, quite a crunch.
And so we went and we pulled into the parking lot next door to where the crash had occurred.
Well, it was like almost a catty corner across the street. I mean, it happened just right there by the Taco Bell.
And where we live in New London, on this particular street, there's McDonald's and Taco Bell and Wendy's and Dunkin' Donut and Burger King and Subway, and everything is just concentrated in that little small amount of real estate. So while we were trying to figure out what was going on, I mean, as there was a man lying on the ground,
it was,
and the cars were pretty crunched. I would dare say they were considered totaled. And we were concerned about the man, but there were people around, and I said, I wonder why I'm not hearing an ambulance, because the hospital is like 3, 4, 5 minutes away, which is far shorter of a trip when you're in an ambulance and racing. And then no sooner than I got those words out of my mouth, did sirens, and we had fire trucks and rescue units and all kinds of police. And we ate while we were trying to figure things out. Then I got out of the car, and like any other rubbernecker of the modern age of cell phones,
I was shy, and I stayed in the car.
I did video part of what was going on. But my greater concern as a former nurse with a career in the healthcare profession was trying to find out if these people were doing okay. I was concerned. We were concerned. Yeah. But she was the shy one, and I was the one. And it's not like I can just, with my little cane go hobbling across and fall on the people around to offer assistance, because I retired with disability
Mm-hmm.
for a reason. And, you know, basically when I'm out, a cane is my life. And dropping on my knees to try to do anything would have been far from beneficial to anyone there. I would have been a hindrance rather than... So anyway, there was a lady who turned out was also a healthcare lady, and she kind of filled me in and got me up to speed, and we would dare say that the young, approximately 16 to 17-year-old lady who was driving was probably distracted driving, meaning cell phones. Modern technology is a demon in that particular circumstance. But and the gentleman who was on the ground was not a pedestrian. He had not been struck by these cars. That was what we were afraid of.
Yeah, but so anyway, they came, took care of him, and then
and it turned out that there were no fatalities, and most people were just kind of banged up somewhat. There were children in the young lady's vehicle. A 4-year-old nearly got ejected, but a young man, probably a teenager, grabbed the child on his way out the window or door or whatever the case was.
It was scary.
So that young man saved that little 4-year-old's life. So that was, that, and then our next big moment of the day was going shopping, and we had an encounter with a young, I dare call him a gentleman, but a young fellow.
Want me to tell the story?
Well, if I let her tell the story, she's liable to get hyped. But she can get a word in edgewise or otherwise, because if she doesn't speak now, she just has to hold her pace.
Yeah, so I guess, I was just all, I was already on tensions already, and we're just patiently waiting for this man to finish shopping by the cash register, because he was going through some of the magazines, and he just asked us to stand back 6 feet, and that was fine with us. We were just going to sit there and wait, and there's a long line behind us. And he was shopping, and we were just doing we were just patiently waiting, and all of a sudden, here comes this I guess he was 25-ish, maybe 30-ish.
20 to 25, I would say. He wasn't.
He has a beard, and then he just walks around with a little soda, and, just walks around us to check out, like there's not a line here. And the guy up there who was trying to get his stuff together says, you got to stand back, 6 feet. And I said, excuse me, you're cutting in line. And then,
hey, cat.
And then he didn't even have a face mask on. I called him out on that too, because, in Connecticut, everybody's supposed to wear a face mask in public. And he was telling me about his exercising his First Amendment rights. But cooler heads prevailed, and she was here to save the day. You ready for your song?
Well, actually, this is your song.
That's my song. Oh, okay.
This song is Where No One Stands Alone. And, I've heard Elvis sing it. I've heard it over the years. But for some reason, I cannot click on these lyrics. So I'm going to do the chorus with her.
Okay. Now, you tell me if I'm starting them right now.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that right? Once I stood in the night with my head bowed low in the darkness as black as the sea, and my heart felt alone, and I cried, oh Lord, don't hide your face from me. Hold my hand all the way, every hour, every day. Come here to the great unknown. Take my hand, let me stand where no one stands alone. Like a king, I may live in a palace so tall, with great riches to call my own. But I don't know a thing in this whole wide world that's worse than being alone. Hold my hand all the way, every hour, every day. Come here to the great unknown. Take my hand, let me stand where no one stands alone. Take my hand, let me stand where no one stands alone.
And that was her song.
Yay!
And that was going to be our intro, because for some reason I'm not very good at knowing anything but the chorus, and I stumbled that one. Okay, so now one of the things I had mentioned a little bit earlier is that we were going to do what's called a bring back song.
Erna Mary says, beautiful, thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank you. Well, Erna Mary, I'm fixing to do my bring back song, and it is Goddess Loves Me. Now, if everybody is familiar with the children's religious or gospel Jesus Loves Me, then Goddess Loves Me is a song that I wrote last Friday. It's to the tune of Jesus Loves Me, and but they're my original lyrics.
Yeah.
So this is our bring back song for this week. Goddess loves me, this I know, as we watch our nature grow. Flora, fauna, all grow strong, sharing space, we all belong. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. The planet tells me so. wide, short, and tall. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. The planet tells me so. Goddess loves me as I am. For me is not a sham. She loves me. Oh, Lord. Okay. I hate making errors.
Okay.
We're going to start over. Ready?
Goddess loves me as I am. Love for me is not a sham. She loves
Take
me.
3.
Take 3.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
I'll have the more polished raw version uploaded to my YouTube.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Goddess loves me as I am. Her love for me is not a sham. She loves us all, for this is true, whether straight or LGBTQ. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. The planet tells me so. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. Yes, Goddess loves me. The planet tells me so.
So,
well, anyway,
Melissa says, yes, Goddess loves me and you both.
Aw, thank you,
She says that's adorable.
Well,
That's my favorite song of Angie's.
Well, I think I've only written the lyrics to 2.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a third one that I wrote lyrics to,
Yeah, that one's...
but I haven't exactly made that one public. A few people may have it, but I can't really release it because I can't have people taking it the wrong way or, making assumptions about the lyrics. So, privately, I could, send it to various people. Hi, Jenny. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Jenny's a very attractive young lady, and so is Liz. And, I haven't actually gotten the opportunity to see who all have been on or popped in. I know that the audience has been, I think, 4 or less. Okay, we did your song. We did the Bring Back song. I did It's Bound to Be the Lord and Pass It On. Okay, so now this is my cousin Carolyn Ward was on earlier, and I know that either her sister, I believe her sister had a 21st birthday. I think maybe her mother had a birthday. So, I did mention that I would give a shout out. So, we're going to give a shout out to the ladies of the Ward family for my cousins. And I'm going to switch. I think part of reason I messed up is I need to switch. My fingers get sore playing. This might be my Rolls Royce of ukes right now. But in that being the case, hi Scott. We're fixing to sing a birthday song. We're going to We're going to do a call out to Scott. You're missing me. I'm putting up my Rolls Royce, my Ibanez Iceman tenor.
Scott says, "What's up?"
Yeah, I see you, bro. What's up? Well, what's up is, okay, am I handing it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there's the thing you just stand it up in.
All right.
You know, a girl's got to have her, and what do I do is I pick up another tenner. But, oh no, our video stream is breaking up.
Oh no.
I hope that it's not because, I hope that it's on Wi-Fi and not on network.
Right.
But oh well.
Well, maybe the playback will be clear.
I hope that the playback, and then the thing behind it keeps chirping too.
Yeah,
okay, so the first time we're going to sing Happy Birthday, and we're going to sing it, we're just going to say the Ward, like W-A-R-D, the Ward ladies. So happy birthday, dear Ward women. We'll just do that.
Scott says 4-string jam.
Yeah. Well, now I've got my $20 Glary ukulele. I named her Cherokee because
she got a sticker.
Because I like owning the Cherokee. Okay, so we're going to sing Happy Birthday to the Ward women. W-A-R-D. So make sure that if Maddie and everybody, if Maddie and Caroline and Karen and Scott, is it Caroline or Carolyn? I thought it was Carolyn, but you know, it's been a day or two. Them girls have grown all the way up. Okay, so we're going to sing Happy Birthday. We're going to dedicate it first to the Ward women, who are my cousins. Are you ready?
There's Dawn and Melissa came in.
Hello, Dawn. Dawn is an amazing artist. She lives down. Dawn, do you still live in Texas, or did you move out to Louisiana? So anyway, in the meanwhile, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ward women. Happy birthday to you. We don't have any shout outs for Heavenly Birthday. So nobody signed up for Happy Birthday. Nobody signed up for Heavenly Birthday. But you know what? Last week, whichever week it was, I didn't realize that it was my granddaddy's birthday. The guy who's the Cherokee himself. So let's go through it one more time and say to Granddaddy.
Scott said,
Caroline. Well, it'd be Caroline or Carolyn, so Caroline.
Okay.
Well, you know, either way, I guess. Okay, well, it's happy birthday to, I think it was Karen and Karen and Maddie's birthdays have been recently.
Okay.
Well, we're going to sing Heavenly Birthday to Granddaddy. So, here we go. Let me put it back on C. Heavenly birthday to you. Heavenly birthday to you. Heavenly birthday, dear Granddaddy. Heavenly birthday to you. Now, for all the rest of us, because we already had this planned out because we didn't.
Tracy Wild is watching.
Yeah, see, this is my sidekick.
I'm the reader.
She's been my reader, so I missed all the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I went back and waved at everybody.
So now we're going to have a very merry unbirthday to all the rest of us.
Yeah, just for those people who don't know, there are. Every year a person has just one birthday, but there are 364 unbirthdays.
365.
And that's when it's not your birthday. And we should celebrate every day. So, we're going to sing the unbirthday song.
Okay, ready?
Okay, because we thought that Well,
Okay.
we'll tell you a story in a minute. All right.
I don't know this song.
A very, very birthday to you.
To you?
A very, very birthday to you.
To you?
It's a great to drink to someone, and I guess you will do a very, very birthday to you.
Okay, so I should have listened to the video a time or 10 or 15.
Well, that was the rough version.
Yeah, that's a pretty gruff version.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway.
Hi, Colleen.
So what we're planning to do is we're going to have that little section for the birthday shout out.
Mm-hmm.
And the heavenly birthday shout out.
Mm-hmm.
And if nobody has a shout out or nobody lets us know,
yeah, we'll just
then we'll do a very merry unbirthday. Yeah. Or we may do a very merry unbirthday for everybody else.
Yeah,
anyway.
Well, that's right. Everybody deserves a song, even if it's not your birthday.
So, but clearly, I'm the one who, I dropped the ball, the bat, I collapsed the whole ballpark on that one. So, but yeah, a very merry unbirthday to you. And you said you were going to continue with the rest of the story?
That was the story. That if we didn't get any requests.
Birthday to you.
Yeah. That was the story.
Okay.
He told the story, so that was...
Oh, Lord.
That was all there was to...
I'm always just hogging up the time.
Well, you're very good.
Oh, this poor girl just doesn't get a word in edgewise or otherwise.
Well,
Not even with her own sisters.
You sound so melodious.
Oh, yeah.
You're so melodious. I love listening
I imagine.
To you. You are.
Oh, Godsmack. Now, let me tell you, bro. Godsmack. I have met Solierna. Solierna is someone I've met in person. I've been to his concert, too. I went to his concert just under a year ago with one of my...
Is she the one that has the black and the red?
No, New Year's Day.
Oh, New Year's
opened up for Godsmack.
Oh, okay. See, I'm getting them all confused.
She's a really nice looking young lady who lives down in Los Angeles. Oh. Her band is New Year's Day, and she has half red and half black, and she's sexy and sings metal. Which not a lot of women are in that industry, but she's one who is. Anyway, so Sully Erna is about 5'6". He's shorter than I am. And I would dare say his eyes are hazel. Because when I very rudely walked in between him and another individual who were having a conversation, I walked right in between them, so that I could take the opportunity to turn myself into his face and shake hands with him and introduce myself. Now, I wasn't trying to be rude, but I tried to meet him meet and greet him all evening that year. It was
I haven't heard the story.
It was around 2008, and he was at a holiday, a Beltane or a Mabon, maybe Mabon celebration, and there was a lady who was not his girlfriend, by the way, not his girlfriend, but she, every time I would approach to meet him, she would take him by his elbow, as if he didn't, as if he was a toddler, or a young kid, and redirect him elsewhere.
Maybe that was
so.
His
Eventually,
manager.
No, she wasn't his manager. She worked in Lori Cabot's shop, and she didn't work in Lori Cabot's shop much longer. Just saying.
Okay.
But anyway, she would redirect him where I could not meet him.
Put my glasses back on.
So I walked between him and another individual, so I could turn and introduce myself and then muddle on about my way. And trust me, I didn't have a shy bone in my body about meeting that very, very famous young man. And I have to say, although I'm not straight, looking into his eyes, they were sparkling golden. That's why I say they must be true hazel. They were sparkling golden. And I could imagine all the straight and bi women on the planet potentially thinking that he has the most beautiful eyes. And, well, he has a nice physique, as though small it may be. Because he's not a huge man, but he is mighty talented.
Okay, what's next?
So that's Godsmack. I'm familiar with Godsmack, and I'm familiar with Solierna. Okay, so I've tried to make my music today where more than one audience may or may not.
I like this song.
May or may not.
This is one of my favorite artists.
May or may not be. Because if I have too much Christianity, I lose my pagan friends. If I have too much pagan, then I might lose other friends, family, alumni, and I want to try to balance out so that maybe we don't.
This is a neutral song.
Yeah, neutral. It's a country song. Well, if you know
a crossover.
If you know John Denver, or if you knew who John Denver was.
Who doesn't know John Denver?
Millennials.
Newbies.
The really young because John Denver, he's before our era.
Yeah.
He was my parents, or in between my parents and my
I miss his Christmas specials. Oh well. Okay.
So anyway, Leaving on a Jet Plane. This is our outro song.
Yeah.
I Stand Alone or Voodoo.
Stand Alone or Voodoo. What is that? I don't know.
We already sang I Stand Alone.
Oh yeah, we already did that one.
And I'm not singing Voodoo. I don't know how to play Godsmack just because I know the dude. And trust me, he wouldn't know me out of the whole world of people. Some artists know me. Wendy Rule is one who does.
Does that mean we're going to work on Voodoo for next week?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, I tried, Scott.
This is okay with this song. I have to try to get I'm not good at finding the right pitch.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna work into it.
All right. Hello, Sharon. Can I bring it over here because I can't see it?
All my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. Wait, see, now I can't see it.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I can't see it anyway. I'm blind. Okay. I need glasses. All my bags are, and I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Oh, I am so off, y'all. I am so sorry.
Play the chorus first, and let's find the note.
Well, we'll have to find our range.
Okay. All right. So let's do the.
So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you one more time. Let me kiss you. Close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to be alone. About the times I won't have to say. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Oops. Hi, Nancy. That was going to be our outro. But since I started out, without Tammy, and since I've got some people who I do know, let's see if we can find. Oh, I already sang "It's Bound to Be the Lord."
Okay.
Oh my God, there's one song that I wish I could sing with Nancy being here, because it's the song that so reminds me of Nancy and Denise and singing specials at church.
Sharon says good job.
And it's For Those Tears I Died. And I remember, I can't play this song very well.
I don't think
I'm not playing anything very well right now. But For Those Tears I Died, that's one of the songs that I remember Nancy Campbell. Campbell's her married name, actually. Let me find. I'm going to find a song. We sang this one last week.
No.
Do you know that one?
I'm going to say no.
Okay, Nancy. I can't sing For Those Tears I Died right now. I can't do it very well. If Nancy's even still visiting. I'm going to sing, and this will be a song that I will be singing at a later date, so it's not going to be considered a bring back song. It's going to be considered an extra for today.
Okay.
And I don't know if she knows it very much, but this song...
I'll just pretend I do, and I'll just move my lips.
But this song, Nancy would know this song. And my brother Scott would also know this song, I'm pretty sure. I did a video in memory of Nell Ferrer Doyle of Learning to Lean. That's what this song is. And I haven't practiced it, nor have I played much this entire week. So I didn't do much practicing, so I'm going to blame my really wicked faux pas on those. But I'm going to sing, it's still in memory of Nell Ferrer Doyle. It's always going to be, for me, in memory of Nell Ferrer Doyle. And verse number 5 is, well, it's not really verse 5. It's just going to be, I do 2 verses together, I do a chorus. I do 2 verses together, I do a chorus. But but the 5th one is the one that I wrote for Nell. It's just a quick little dedication. So I'm going to do I'm Learning to Lean. I'm learning to lean, learning to lean. I'm learning to lean on Jesus. Finding more power has nothing at all, lest his heart is learning to lead. Sad, broken hearted at an altar I knelt, I found peace that is so serene, and all that he asks is a childlike trust and a heart that is learning to lead. I'm learning to lead, learning to lead. I'm learning to lean on Jesus, finding more power than I'd ever dreamed. I'm learning to lean on Jesus. The joy I can't explain fills my heart since the day I made Jesus my King. His blessed Holy Spirit is leading my way. He's changing and I'm learning to lean. There's glorious victory each day now for me, since I found His peace so serene. He helps me with each task, if only I'll ask. Every day now I'm learning to lean. I'm learning to lean, learning to lean. I'm learning to lean on Jesus, finding more power than I'd ever dreamed. I'm learning to lean on Jesus. I dedicate to you a verse for you now. Your life was led with a love so serene. Your family, friends, and all, you loved us all so well, and will continue to be learning to lead. I'm learning to lead, learning to lead. I'm learning to lean on Jesus, finding more power than I'd ever dreamed. I'm learning to lean on Jesus. I'm learning to lean, learning to lean. I'm learning to lean on Jesus, finding more power than I'd ever dreamed. I'm learning to lean on Jesus. Finding more power than I'd ever dreamed. I'm learning to lean on Jesus. Well,
There you go.
there we go.
Sharon says that you look pretty today.
Oh, thank you.
And Gary says, so nice.
Hi, Gary, we called him Tolliver, and I worked with him when I worked at the Arkansas Arkansas Department of Corrections at the Brickies unit.
Oh.
So in what's the name of that little town? Well, is it Brickies? But they called it Brickies. So he was the nicest young man. And I was an LPN. He's the RN, and he was kind of like, he was pretty much the boss.
Mm-hmm.
We worked the evening shift, and we did sick call, and they'd bring the inmates in, and it'd be him and another friend of mine who was also my classmate in nursing school. Her name is Phyllis. And it'd be her and I, or she and I, would be working. And, well, all three of us would be. But in the end, if we had any questions, we asked Gary, who we called Tolliver. Not because we're just, like in the military, and they're just hollering last names at everybody. But he's a good-looking young man. And, by the way, he's a masseuse, too.
Oh.
I'll give you a shout out, Gary Tolliver. If anybody, all of my two people who are still looking on, or anybody who catch the video on Facebook or YouTube, either one, Gary Tolliver in Wynne, Arkansas, is a masseuse. I can't personally attest to the work his fingers do because I've been in New England for 20 years, and that's how long it's pretty much been since I've seen most everybody from back in Arkansas. And so anyway, Gary Tolliver, I don't know what the name of his business is offhand, but he is a masseuse. He's also a very amazing registered nurse. Great guy. And he also likes to travel the world. I've noticed that he's gotten to go on quite a few holidays, as they would say in the UK, vacations. As we wrap this up, we want to thank everyone who may or may not have shared virtual space with us.
Yeah.
And in the words of Ellen DeGeneres, be kind to one another.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed be.